how we doing? Welcome to my channel. Damie here again. It's a beautiful, beautiful day and I'm in the beautiful city of Scotland. Anyway, beautiful city. I'm in beautiful city of Dundee United. Dundee. Anyway, today's video we are going to be talking about topics that you would not catch me discussing in public. When I say public, I mean like people that, I don't know, why in a gathering somewhere and somebody just throws it up and before my mouth we talk about that it go take. I would usually discuss these topics with like my siblings, my husband, and maybe very, very, very close friends. And some of the reasons vary. Some of them they're because I have different opinions on certain topics, or maybe my idea of certain things can be very they can be not well received because like I said, I have different opinions. So without further ado, let's talk. These are some topics that, let me know, do you discuss these topics in public? Or let's say you are in a bus, for instance, someone just throws it open, would you give your opinion on these topics? Let's talk. So the first one that I would not be caught living, I don't want to say caught dead, I will not be caught living discussing is religion. And this is dicey. So religion. Now, I became very curious about religion in junior secondary school, JSS2 to be precise. That's the first time I became really curious. And what had happened around that period, I had this Bible, the Good News Bible, the one with the pictures. I had read a lot of it. I read back and forth, and I had a lot of questions, right? So as a young girl, you have questions, you start to seek answers. So I started to look for answers, and I understood the Bible a little bit more, and I started to research a lot more religions. I don't want to explain or list religions, right? And then I found the premise or the basis of a lot of religion, and I want to use the word organized religion. So and in the usually when you're digging deep, and this is what happens to a few people that turn out to be agnostic before they probably become atheists, right? When you're digging deep, you begin to find a lot of things that you're not supposed to find. You begin to find, you have more understanding of different things. And for some people, if they go down that route, they become agnostic. That's, they begin to question whether or not there's no God. And they probably end up atheists, which is where they just come to a conclusion that there is no God, right? But for me, after I dug deep, far and wide, I later came back and realized, okay, this is where I would be, because if not, I would done. Anyway, moving away. So this has now led me to, number one, understand a lot of people's perspective on whatever religion they choose. Whether, I have friends who are not Christians. I know when you think not Christians, I think, oh, they are Muslim. No, I have like 2 friends who are Ekists, that's Ekanka. I know somebody who are not particularly close, I'll just say we're acquaintances, who is a traditional worshipper, and I have friends who are atheists, right? And we've come to just an understanding of we respect each other, if that's simple. One of my friends, I remember when we were discussing one time about religion, which is very funny because he is in the church a lot than an average Christian is, but he says he's atheist. And when we discussed it far and wide, I was like, okay, I respect your religion, I understand your point of view, and we could just coexist. Okay, so religion is something that is a very, very dicey topic that I would not necessarily put my mouth unless I'm with somebody. I think I've only found a few people that we kind of vibe on the same level. So religion is something that I shy away from public discussion about religion, and also because religion is a topic that, as much as it brings the world together, if you go back in history, it has caused a lot of rifts. So it's safe and it's best for everybody. Hold your own. I would mind. If there's a place for us to now discuss that, okay, how about that would happen. But other than that, we respect each other. And I think that's something that should be practiced more. Okay, we should not say, oh, this person is this thing, this person is that. Let's just coexist and be happy. Honestly, that's what I think. Now the next one that I don't talk about a lot is physical appearance. And that comes from a place of, I've been chubby all my life. And people don't have filter in their mouth. Their mouth, it just be running on and off like tap. I feel like you need to learn to know when to keep quiet. Mission. People have walked up to me and be like, Damie, do you think I'm adding weight? And I'll be like, I don't know. Not that I don't know because I don't want to tell you whether or not you are, but my brain is not thinking My brain is thinking too many things to be thinking about whether or not, my dear, you have mirror. Okay? Look at your mirror and be honest with yourself. Are you losing weight or are you? That's your business. That's your personal journey. Unless you ask me, maybe you're like my friend and you're thinking, Damie, what do you feel? Because growing up, you just have people come up to you and be like, horrible, lepa, hey, your head is too big, hey, your stomach is too big, your hand is too small, hey, you are too short, hey, you are too tall. I feel like things like that, you should close your mouth. Unless the person, even if the person asks you, say, there are ways to say it. There are ways to, there's a word I'm looking for. Is it euphemism? Is it euphemism? I think that's what the word is. There are ways to drop things. Like, don't just come and be talking, be opening your mouth, nobody asks you. Mission. And also, there's a way you can know if somebody wants you to compliment them. I'm not saying lie to them. I'm just saying that your words pierce people. They pierce through their souls. This is the irony, right? I'm going to tell the story. There's somebody that I know back in Nigeria. This person is chubby. He's chubby. And it's that same person that will not be giving you weight loss advice. Hello, sir. She, hey, let me run. Told you what you're doing. Yeah, keep me running this up. And it's so ironic. Like, why are you the person giving people advice? Like, Baba, shut up. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you. Honestly, before growing up, people have said some very insulting things to me. Very, very insulting things that will make me cry. When you reach a level, if you talk, I give you back. Like there was a day he was telling me, Damie, that's when I'm going to start going to the gym. And me, I said, when you start, I will join you, sir. Maybe you want to hear word. You look at me, you know Damie's a gentle girl. Damie's a gentle girl. Damie has changed though. If you give me, I give you hot. Like last year, there was a time my friend, he remembered something that happened. This was in 2015 because I had written it down. So we're at this gathering, right? And somebody made a snide comment about how I looked. This person was like, Damie looks like she needs to fast a little bit more. And it was a joke. Everybody laughed at the joke. But this person is older than I am. I took it, I processed it, and I was like, well, it looks like you've been fasting a little too much. And the whole room went silent. The joke is not funny. Because it was funny when he said it to me. So why is it not funny when I'm saying it back to him? Anyway, so those are some of the reasons why unless you give it to me hot, I give you back. Okay? I give you back sharp, no time. This Damie now is Damie of the Old Testament. You know God of the Old Testament. God, if you do one, God will strike you, no time. Old Damie will be like, let's forgive. Damie is not forgiving now. Let me give you your thoughts. Kids who gay fuck, everybody move on with their own life. So I don't talk about physical appearance. I don't talk about people's weight. I don't talk about people's height. I don't talk about people's physical look. Your teeth, I don't care. I see you, I move on. And I think that people should learn to respect other people like that as well. Now, the next thing I don't talk about in public is politics. Now, if you are from Nigeria, you know that this politics matter. You cannot hide it. You have to discuss it. But like towards the election, like the last election, especially the Lagos one, when there was a lot of people didn't agree on things, and people were being discriminated against for how they sounded or how they looked or their names. There was a lot of back and forth, and politics then was destroying families, destroying friendships. I'm sure some people till today they've not unblocked their friends because their friends did not support the same party that they supported. And that's one thing about life. That's one beautiful thing about life. Every single person has a choice, and I think we need to understand and respect that, but I feel like we don't. Every single person has a choice, and you should learn to respect that choice. For instance, today we still have people like Toyin and Marco being dragged like generator. They are dragging to every day. They are dragging to it. They just wake up and say, ta ló kàn lẹ́ni o, èmi ló kàn. Toyin and Marco, they will drag her. I say Toyin and Marco, Toyin Abraham, they will drag her. They will I feel like we need to give ourselves grace. Okay, politics is a very dicey topic, and everybody is allowed to agree or disagree or have their own opinions. Honestly, this current party is not doing, in fact, everybody, you reach everybody. Nobody will say you don't reach them. But the truth is, we need to learn to give ourselves grace. We make mistakes. I'm sure people that probably supported the last administration during the election, they are crying. because there's nobody that did not cry. But God will help us. So for me anyway, politics is very, very dicey. If I just sense the room and I'm God will help us. Like my husband will say, it is well. It is well. But if I'm like in my circle, then you hear me discuss these things more. But like generally, I beg, I don't want anybody to put me in mind or block me because of whatever it is that I believe or agree on. And I think for public celebrities, I feel like they should be careful with their public endorsement of whoever they endorse. So that's one thing I don't talk about a lot. Relationship. I know they put mouths. Husband and wife, I know they put mouths. Boyfriend and girlfriend, I know they put mouths. Damie, my boyfriend, he shegba, he shower. Yeah, okay. Oh, are you serious? Okay. Because if you go and give the person, they know they are right person really in love. You gotta give person advice. Because I know I've advised some people like that only want to find their co, only time there are some people that you advise them. But it's that thing that is in their mind that they want to do. So why waste your saliva to be advising somebody in love? Don't do it. I don't do it. Or husband and wife. The wife now come and tell you, my husband, he did not drop Owanbe, he did not kinikon, he did not igba, he did not awo. You not tell the wife, do like this. She did not now do it, she do it, good, it not good. The day they will now reconcile. They will now be rubbing each other's head. You just say, that's why I went to ask Damie for advice. That's why Damie was saying that these are men do. Men do not do like that. I know the advice person with in relationship. And that's on period. I'm telling you because it's from a personal experience, right? Let me not give too much away. But I advised a friend once that was in a relationship that just seemed very off to me. And I advised her, I say, madam, like this. She did not hear. Okay, which she could have saved herself anyway. So years later, we're now discussing, she was like, that's how you, so now you remember that I advised you. But then my mouth was smelling. What was it? Also, room. So your head have now shot cool. You have learned lesson the hard way. We learn from other people and we learn from people's mistakes. So if you could save yourself that stress, why not just do it? So what I'm saying in essence is, unless maybe they are beating you, is boxing you, that one I would advise you. Obia is a man that they are beating. It will be like it's me that is seeing everything, but it's me. I once had a friend, a guy who told me his girlfriend was beating him, and I was like, "You say what now? Say what now?" And then when they broke up, and he used to do, I don't want to beat a woman, and she'll be slapping you. Hey, leave her now. So the day they will finally scatter it and break up, oh my God, he told me I didn't date there, I didn't see it. But he said they beat each other. She's angry, she will slap you, or she's angry, she will I'm a gentleman, I can't beat a woman. I'm a gentleman, I can't beat a woman. But that day that they will break up, just say nonsense with Lele Mutimba. In our thought to bash Ali and Mike Tyson. And when wonder see one. They said they beat each other. So when they were done, and I say, you know what? I'm not doing it again. That's when I Damie, you will not believe. I say, tell me more. She used to beat you. Oh, my dear, Bele. Anyway, what I'm saying in essence is, unless I know maybe your relationship is like there's some abuse to it, physical, mental, emotional, but if it's just normal boyfriend, girlfriend, by the time you are ready, you know what to do. You asking for advice, you know what to do. You just need someone to tell you, or someone to support you, or someone to support your bad decision. But it won't be me. I think the last one is two things. The last one would be maybe like social controversial issues. Yeah, and I want to say this. You can exist with somebody that you don't believe in their belief system. When I say exist, like coexist, that you don't believe in their belief system, you don't have to do what they do, you don't have to copy how they behave. You just know when to put like a gap between, like as friends, you know that okay, if I'm meeting this person as a friend, we are meeting maybe for this, we're meeting for work, we're meeting because we go to the gym together, and after that we don't do any other thing together, right? So social issues, maybe things like gun violence, things like climate change, things like the sun rotate around the earth did not rotate around the sun. There's some things that they seem basic, but not everybody agrees on it. So, or things like child marriage. I mean, I lived in the north for a little while, and I know that people think in northern Nigeria, and I know that people think very differently from the way we think back in south, right, or in the west. So things like that, I'm always very if this is what you believe, like, for instance, let's talk about child marriage, right? People getting married as early as 13, 14. Up north in Nigeria, it's a thing, it's a standard. That's, well, maybe not for the elite, but like, it's a standard. People believe in it, they die by it. You see young children telling you, I'm gonna come, but you don't agree on that topic, right? But like, if you were to raise that topic in that place, that this thing is wrong, it could lead to some serious wahala. Best thing for you to do is to make sure there are other ways to fight certain battles. May the Holy Spirit give us the spirit of discernment. That's why you need to have it anyway. Because when you discern something, there's some places that you should not talk about certain things. Or you go up north now, you're not going to go and discuss religion. You go to a predominantly place where before you enter, they've put it on the wall, Bashiga, do not enter. You now say, you want to, my dear, in that place, Holy Spirit is supposed to tell you, there are other ways to fight this battle. So anyway, those are some of the topics, some of the things that I don't put my mouth in. Even parenting, giving people I'm not a parent yet, but giving people parenting advice on their children can be very dicey. Those things can be very dicey. You need to be very careful. You need to know where you stand with the person. Say for instance, somebody's child now, maybe I've had this done to me anyway. I was in public and this girl, I didn't even know, it was an event, I just came, I sat down, and this girl came to meet me that I should stand up for her. Say what now? Okay. And then the mom was there laughing I've always told my daughter to stand for her rights. Fight. This girl like a 5-year-old child who stand for her rights, fight for herself. And I'm like, I'm not saying you shouldn't teach your child that, but you should teach your child also to respect elders. I'm not old, but in this my little life, I cannot go and meet somebody in their 60s and tell them that, excuse me ma, I was sitting here, stand up. Because culture, we need to... Parenting is a very dicey one. I think that should also be on the list. Parenting is a very, very dicey one. And also with relocation, I've seen some things that I'm like, okay, we're abroad anyway. We're abroad. So since it's Louis, that's how they used to do in your family. But in my own family, they didn't used to do like that. So God will help you. I'll put you in my prayer. Holy Spirit will minister to you and your father. Because I will anyway, I say that to say that topics of religion, physical appearance, parenting, trying to think of what else I talked about, politics, even money safe. Money is dicey because what you think is money should be on the list as well, because what you think is affordable is probably not affordable to the next person. So when you're talking and you're like, it's just £100, and the other person is like, £100 for what? Maybe you're talking about, let's say you bought a makeup, maybe like a powder for instance. You're like, because your powder is £100, it's affordable. And the other person that you're talking to is not on the same tax bracket. You need to be careful. Money is also a very, very sensitive topic. That's why sometimes, or now when I see people come online and they're just talking about money. Oh, this is how I spent £2,000 in a month. How much I made this month? £10,000. My dear, sure, your baba want tissue any bag, they cover it to shop it. But you go now, you don't cover anymore. Just open it. Everybody should be looking at it, but ain't their issue. Meanwhile, the issue you're eating with Ororo. I want corn only. They're eating with corned beef, sardine, fried egg. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know what I'm saying. But those are some topics that I personally will not put my mouth or talk about in public. Let me know down in the comment section what are some topics that for you they are no in public. You can't talk about it in the bus, you can't talk about it at work, you can't talk about it in church. Let me know in the comment section. By the way, my name is Damie. If you're seeing my face for the first time, lovely to have you here. I hope you stay around. If you're wondering who I am, I talk on the internet. I love to talk. I'm an ambivert. I think I am. I'm an ambivert. I love the outside, I love the inside. I'm married, I'm living, trying to settle into the UK. And yeah, that's pretty much me. So I do vlogs, I vlog, I'm living life a day at a time, and I'm sharing my experiences with you on Damie's Diary. So thanks so much for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.